Windblown is the latest game from Motion Twin, the developer of Dead Cells, or should I say the newest game in early access. This too is a roguelike with similar concepts and a few twists on the genre. From the start you can choose your race of animal like a bat or an axolotl, but there is no difference in what you select gameplay-wise. Every avatar is equipped with a device that will bring you back from the dead and back to the hub world upon failure. When you die, you'll lose shells, which is your temporary currency, along with gained weapons and temporary upgrades. In levels, you can find giant koi fish to store other currencies, like cogs, which will preserve them for future use back at HQ. If you fail to meet a koi fish, then all will be lost. Said upgrades back at HQ will be permanent, like unlocking new weapons and abilities to find on a run. Then there are bigger things like gaining the ability to start a run with a weapon, or increasing how many potions you have, accessing different areas, and so on. There are no stat boosts to be had or assist options to make things easier. No, like OG Dead Cells, it's all up to you and your experience with the game. That, and a lot of luck. One major difference between the two is multiplayer. Once that unlocks, you can jump into a map with up to 2 other players. While solid, I actually found it a lot harder to play with strangers. I lost more currencies that way. If you have friends, maybe it will be a better time, though, because I just played, again, with random strangers. Also, I'd like to mention I played on my Steam Deck while docked, and it worked well. You might not have the same experience, but for me, it was great. Even in early access, I had no crashes. And speaking of, yes, I did beat the final boss. And there is both a lot in the beta and a lot missing. For example, there aren't many bosses, there could be more biomes, the ending is a cliffhanger, and so on. There's also a lack of story overall, which is both good and bad. Hades is a roguelike with an excellent one, or at least it has great characters. Dead Cells was sparse on story and remained great, all the same, and that can be true for Windblown, although I do hope it does elevate itself above Dead Cells in that regard. Even with missing content, it still feels pretty packed like a full game. I'm done for now, but I will be very excited to jump back in whenever the 1.0 status launches. Because it is early access, I am reserving my score, but I do highly recommend it.